Ahead of this weekend, lots of talent. Obviously, your team's going up against. How do you prepare them mentally to just stick to some of the routines that you guys have established through the early part of the season, and just kind of prepare?
Just trust in the process of what we've done. I think is the biggest thing. We're increasing our level of competition this weekend. With the teams we're playing, but we're going to have to figure out ways to beat good teams on the road if we're going to get to where we want to get to. So I'm excited for our guys. This will be a fun environment, fun experience for them, and I trust our guys. So if they go do what they're capable of doing, we'll be in good shape.
Do you kind of see this weekend as like a chance to kind of prove yourselves against some of the top teams in the country, to just kind of let everyone else know what you're building here at ASU? We get a chance to compete against two top 10 programs and arguably top 5 programs right now. So we'll be able to. It'll be a good measuring stick for us to find out where we're at and where we got to improve, and if we can compete with those top 10 teams.
In year 3, how do you in reflecting on the recruiting aspect of trying to build up the roster to the point where now you have a surplus of bats at your disposal? How did that sort of can you walk us through how that process sort of played out?
Just trying to get the best guys that are available and where that fits in with our style of play, with our mentality of play, and trying to build the roster out, of trying to get everybody in here that fits that role. So now it's if we can continue to build the offensive part of it and continue to develop the pitching side of things, and we'll get to where we want to get to.
Did Nick get cleared, and also if he did, what kind of role could he play this weekend?
Nick has been cleared to start doing baseball activities, and assuming that he's pain-free this week, which is had a good day yesterday, he'll be available this weekend.
Available, is that full go?
He'll be available this weekend. So I think you guys know what that means. I'm cautiously optimistic that Nick will be in the lineup.
Just with the culture you guys have kind of built, it seems like a lot of players saying this is the close-knit group. Like Tobias has said that. He's been around for all 3 years. What was kind of the process like to refine getting the guys in here who want to buy into that culture? And how do you feel like it's kind of developed over these last 3 seasons?
Well, it's one that we're trying to stress the importance of a team first over the individual. And in today's world, that's not easy. When everyone's looking for the next handout and the next what can this program do for me type thing versus we want to give to this program and the program's bigger than the individual, and to have guys buy into that mindset and concept that the power of us is a whole versus the individual. So guys are understanding the importance of it and understanding that if we want to get to where we want to get to, we have to be team first, not individual first.
What do you think it means to some of your guys like Ethan and Matt going home to Texas, near their hometowns? What do you think that means to them, especially in a big league ballpark as well?
I think it's they're obviously going to be excited. This will be a big deal for them, big deal really for all of us to go get an opportunity to play, big league stadium and defending world champions, stadium, and to go there and play against some good programs is going to be fun. And then obviously they're going to be doing it in front of a lot of home family and friends there as well. So it'll be a fun weekend for them.
I've seen a lot of guys around wearing the TN shirts. That's kind of a motto you brought in when you first came in 2022. How has that team kind of adopted that mentality, and where did it kind of come from you? How did you instill it?
It's to me, that's baseball teaches you about life in a lot of ways, and essentially it's controlling the things that you can control. Baseball is a tough sport, but you can always control your effort level and your attitude and your mindset. Those are the things that you are able to make the decision on how you want to control that on a daily basis. You can't control the results of getting a hit or exactly where you throw the baseball, but you can control your preparation, and the results happen based on your preparation. So just trying to get these guys to not look so results oriented as it is the process, and be infatuated with the process and the things that ultimately grow you as a person and as a player in the long run. And if you can control the things that you can control, all the stuff that doesn't take talent, I guess, and have the mindset on controlling that type of stuff, then hopefully the results will follow.
You said that your veterans have been such incredible leaders in this group, especially Harris Williams. How has he really helped you guys, just really off the field in the clubhouse, but also on?
Well, Harris has been around college baseball for quite a while now, and he's the grandfatherly figure to a lot of these other younger players, especially. But Harris has done a great job of coming in and accepting the role that responsibility of the role that he has of being a leader and our leadoff hitter and playing the outfield the way he's been doing it and running the bases the way he's been doing it. But I think more importantly, just the presence in the clubhouse on continuing to share his knowledge and wisdom, I guess, with some of these younger guys. It's important, for the growth of them and ultimately for the program as a whole.
And even though he's from Colorado, he said that he was dreaming about coming to ASU. So how cool is it, not only for him, but a lot of the guys, they really take that pride with Sun Devils across their chest?
Well, I think it's those are the type of guys we want, is guys that want to be here, understand how special this place is, and they want to represent this school and the program. So, the fact that you have that extra pride and extra, maroon and gold blood in you, that makes it that much more special when you have success.
And when you're trying to recruit kids, like how much of it is just like the culture and showing them the banners up there, and how much of it is like the new landscape of NIL and stuff you have to kind of pitch to them?
Well, I think there's a combination of both. Obviously, the history of the program speaks for itself, and we certainly recruit based on the history of what this place has and what we're capable of doing. But on the flip side of the things, it's a whole new landscape. It's a whole different parity in college baseball that it's at an all-time high, and with all the factors that we have to deal with now on NIL and transfer portals and all this different type of stuff, you have to try to navigate that the best you can. And like I said, my biggest thing is just get guys that want to be here and understand the importance of this program and what this place can do for you if you do it right, and not looking for the next greener pasture across the way. This place is pretty awesome. So we get enough of those type of guys that want to be here, we're going to be okay.
But if like the collective, develops and a new AD comes in, focused on NIL, would that help you keep guys from either going to the draft or say transferring or getting better recruits locally?
I think it's certainly part of the equation right now. I mean, you can't deny it, whether you like it or not. You can't deny it, and we're adjusting. We're starting to figure that out and get some things rolling with NIL, because it would certainly be nice to be able to take care of our players and be able to recruit against some of the other schools that have truckloads of it, right? So it's like I said, like it or not, it's here to stay right now, and we're navigating those waters best we can, and we do have to get better, but we are moving the right direction in that, and I think it's people want to get involved with the program and help out. It makes a big impact, so we definitely need the help.
As you guys kind of figure that out and work through those NIL issues and problems, how do you kind of keep the culture of being not being about individuals and being about the team, even though something like NIL is more of an individual basis?
Well, I think at the end of the day, what ASU does for a lot of guys is our history is pretty evident in our draft history, with our big leaguer history. It's like, man, if you do it right, let's not get caught up in the scraps of NIL. Let's worry about what this is really going to do for you in the long run. You come here and learn how to play baseball the right way and develop the right way. You're going to get the opportunity to play at the next level, and you're going to get paid a lot more than you would in NIL money. So granted, yes, it's nice, and having a little extra ice cream money for these guys is very nice for them and very welcome, but let's not sell your soul for that type of stuff and focus on what's really important, and that's developing as a human and as a baseball player here.
How do you think that takes no talent thing we talked about a little earlier? How do you think it is going to play into against Texas A&M and TCU, teams that rank in some of the best talent in the country every year?
Well, that's why we do it, right? Is everybody's going to be talented. You're not always going to have the most talented team. It's controlling the other stuff that is what's hopefully going to give us a competitive advantage, I guess. It's not always going to be talent. Like I said, you're going to run against teams that have better players, and that's just the facts of life. But you can't cash your chips in. You gotta go punch them right in the mouth and take them head on and you know, that's where the mindset comes in, the mentality comes in, that we're not going to back down. We're going to keep coming after you, and I think those are the things that you can control, and hopefully our guys are aware of that. It doesn't mean I don't think they're great players. Heck yeah, we got a very talented team ourselves, but you know, we're going to go up against teams that have, you know, on the talent level probably a little bit better talent, but we gotta come right after them and keep coming. So if we do that, we're going to be okay.
When you took the job, to what extent were you aware of the challenges that come with recruiting in the NIL landscape and transfer portal era? And to what extent did you find out some of that as you know you went through your first year or two?
Well, those happened my first 2 years. The transfer portal was year one, and then year two was kind of the approval of NIL stuff. So, you know, I, like every other coach out there, was learning on the fly, I guess, when it comes to that. I just had the situation where I was learning everything else along with that. So it was like drinking water out of a fire hose at times, and it still is, you know, as we're trying to figure this out and figure out ways that we can get support for the program and support for these players. It's difficult, man. And if you have a community behind you that's willing to help, I mean, it certainly gives us a better fighting chance, you know, against some of these other programs. If not, it's going to be an uphill battle. Doesn't mean we can't do it. It's just going to make it a lot more tough, a lot more difficult to pull off. So we'll keep grinding on all those fronts to be able to remain competitive and get the players that we deserve in here and keep here and hopefully win.